Do you think that we're going to see a time when Nebraska's covered with switchgrass?
Not covered. I think that if people have to choose between eating and driving their car, they'll choose to eat. Will we take some of these nice, fertile, flat, irrigated areas and put them into a biomass fuel crop like switchgrass? I don't know. I doubt that that's what will happen. I think because corn is used for other things, food will win out in the longer run. People will be willing to pay more for food. So I think some of our land that we know works really well on corn will continue to work well on corn. So an ethanol plant that has other alternatives to tap into for carbon might be better positioned to stay in business. And we can do a lot of lifestyle changes on the urban side of things to reduce our need for liquid fuels. And so I think in the end that'll be a big part of the answer to the ethanol question, is that people will have to change their consumptive lifestyle when it comes to liquid fuel purchases. I think there's definitely the potential for the cellulose-based ethanol to be a player. And we have lots of land in Nebraska that would be better in a perennial crop system like switchgrass that could be used in this kind of fermentation. Technology has to come along before we can take a rigid cell wall and get yeast to use it as a sugar source, the way we can take starch in corn grain and convert it to sugars for the yeast to use. It's a much more challenging process, but the engineers will figure out ways of working that out along with the biologists. But again, I think it'll fit. I think we're going to see a liquid fuel industry that's a part of agriculture, but the biggest driver there will be that the cost of liquid fuels from petroleum will just get higher and higher and higher.